So, a little bit of music-related stuff. I have been learning guitar recently. Anyone who knows me knows that I am a synth player, a keyboard, piano, composer, vocalist, primarily. Um, Never really bothered with guitar. Couldn't get a fucking handle on it. Didn't know what I was doing. Could not figure it out. Um, and over the last couple of months, I've been learning to play guitar. I say, thanks, Gracie. I say learning. I've just been doing what I always do, which is to like stumble around in the dark with like no actual professional help because I'm a stubborn old bastard, and just kind of like fumbling around looking for the light switch. Like there it is, and I guess I found it to some extent because, well, here it is. Um, but the thing that I noticed a minute into recording this nonsensical ramble, um, is that the instinctual compositional methods for keyboards versus guitar that I subjectively experience, and I don't know if this is the same for all musicians or all composers, creators, is that my instinctual drive when it comes to creating is very different on guitar to what it is on my synth. Not so different when it comes to synth and vocals because I find those two are pretty heavily linked, at least for me. Um, but I found that when I sat down to explore the guitar, to structure notes, to create, to flesh out a riff, as it were, I was using melodies, scales that I wouldn't normally even consider if I was, or that would be like, I guess, secondary when I'm composing music on my synth. When I'm on my synth, I'm heavily inspired by symphonic metal, by atmospheric metal. So I'm creating big, driving, powerful walls of sound that are positively grounded, that uplift the listener. There's a lot of the melodies are. It's kind of, I guess, more black gazy. If you want to, compare it to another metal genre, it's like taking elements of symphonic metal and black gaze and kind of fusing them. There's that dark element, that sad, melancholic element, but it's also very positively grounded notes that kind of uplift the listener in a sense. When I'm doing shit on the guitar, especially when I switched to the electric, the acoustic I found was kind of similar, not too different. Still different, but not too different from what I would create with the synth. I found that everything was just aggression from the get-go. Now, I don't know if that's just, I have all this power at my fingertips, I want to make angry sounds now. Or whether there was some other thing going on, because I just noticed that, yeah, my instinctual drive to create has changed somewhat between synth and guitar. And it makes me appreciate collaborative music, band efforts, simply put, a lot more because I came to realize that we're talking about drastically different perspectives of music that each person has depending on their instrument and what they choose to create, what they choose to compose. Um, all between 1 to 6 or more people, depending on the style of music, all coming together and just flowing, just working. It's like, I guess a good example would be the solo musician, right? Similar thing. You have a person who is working with all these different perspectives, that understands all these different perspectives across all their instruments, all these different instincts, that just kind of, it's like their brain is a prism and the music is just passing through and separating into its, well, no, it's actually, technically it's a prism in reverse. It's like what starts out as the rainbow all kind of like passes through the prism and turns into that white beam of light that is the fucking song, right? And that's an incredible thing. Now, this might be completely intuitive to like everybody but me, or at least every other fucking musician, but this is something that I only learned experientially through picking up another instrument, because I've never used anything else other than my voice and my fingies. Um, so, yeah, it was just interesting, and I felt like I had to, for some stupid reason, make a 5 minute video about me rambling this nonsensical bullshit. Because I do, I find it incredible. As a composer, as a music enjoyer, um, it's just wild to me that a person instinctually, with like no conscious effort, makes different melodic choices when it comes to composing depending on the instrument at my disposal. It's not, as I said, it's instinctual. It's not a conscious choice. I just kind of did it, and it's very weird. And maybe that'll change as I learn and adapt more towards my usual style. But I kind of hope not, because I want to be able to bring that individuality of each instrument and each construction of instinct to the music that I'm creating. And I hope that sticks. I hope it keeps up. Bye.